Welcome back, everyone. The next self-defeating leadership behavior that we're going to talk about and work on a little bit is self-centeredness. And we found that self-centeredness is probably the biggest blind spot that leaders have. I mean, just imagine this. If you sit down and ask someone, are you self-centered? You're going to get an answer, of course not. No, I care very much about others. I am very deeply connected with others. Well, the reality is much different. We found many folks have a self-centeredness issue, and it's displayed in a variety of ways. The first way, the first symptom that we're going to talk about related to self-centeredness is a failure to show interest in anybody else. You know, not asking about, not following up on information. You know, how are you feeling? How are you doing? How are your kids? How's the dog? How was your weekend? And if you do it, even if you do it in such a cursory, not really concerned, not really relational kind of way. The other symptom of self-centeredness that we see quite a bit is that your issue or your dilemma or your busyness tends to trump everybody else's issue or busyness or what they're working on. You know, it's that leader that isn't really concerned with what you have going on, but they're only concerned with what they have going on. And their priorities are the highest priorities, and they don't always even necessarily match with organizational priorities. The other symptom of self-centeredness is kind of an interesting one, and that's kind of making everything all about you. It's all about what's going on with you. It's all about what's happening to you. You know, like we talked about before in another context, there's almost a little bit of a victimization that occurs with that too. You know, everything is about me. The new policy is about me. The new organizational direction is about me. The reorganization they did is about me. And, you know, that self-centeredness, that really does direct back to a self-centeredness. The risks associated with self-centeredness are really pretty straightforward and obvious. Self-centered people tend to find themselves, although many of them have lots of cursory relationships, a lot of very surface-based relationships, they tend not to have many deep relationships. And if they do, they tend not to keep them very long. So you tend to have a lack of relationships in your life and in your career and in your profession. The other thing, the other big risk associated with self-centeredness is it is not, and let me make this really clear, it is not an enjoining characteristic. In fact, it's going to drive people away from you very, very quickly. People are going to migrate to folks that, you know, show care, show interest, make it about them or make it feel about them. You know, some of the best descriptors I've read about outstanding leaders over the years and outstanding leaders I've been around over the years is they make you feel like you're important. And that's what people want from their leader, is somebody to make them feel important, not to think that you're at their table in their court and it's all about them. That's by far and away the single biggest risk. The other little bit of a risk factor that's associated with that too is, and I don't want to go too clinical on you, but there's almost a paranoia that sometimes develops with self-centered people that, you know, as they believe that everything is about them, they get paranoid about every decision, interaction, what's going on, what's happening, things like that. Now, as we migrate from being self-centered into not being self-centered and being people-centered, there's a couple of very, very easy strategies that, well, easy to talk about, a little bit harder to really engage. First one is demonstrate and show real, legitimate interest in other people. Ask about their kids, their dog, their weekend, what they're interested in, those kind of things. If it's important to them, it must be important to you, and you got to demonstrate that on a regular basis. Those are the kind of leaders, those people-centered leaders, that people really, really flock to. There's always plenty of opportunity to share your part of it, but there isn't a ton of opportunity to find out about others. The other thing that I would encourage you to really, really think about, and this one tends to be a little bit more of a tic-tac thing, but watch your use of the personal pronoun. I, me, mine. I, me, my, mine. Watch how much you use that. I mean, that is really a kind of an indicator that stuff is about you. Pay more attention to the we, our kind of pronouns. when you're describing achievements and accomplishments, and add that in enjoying others. And then the other thing I'd really encourage you to think about related to moving into people centricity too is really look at and follow up on the clues that people give you about themselves and follow up on those. People give you relational clues all the time. Follow up on them, connect it with them. Don't be so anxious to talk about you and what's happening to you. Make it about that other person. Again, the personalities that are most likely to have degrees of self-centeredness are going to be I's and D's. The egocentricity and self-centeredness in D's and I's tends to be much stronger than the egocentricity and self-centeredness associated with C's and S's. S's tend to have the least propensity for self-centeredness and tend to make people feel really, really comfortable around them. So until next week, when we talk about another self-defeating leadership behavior, think about self-centeredness and even think about some of the times that you've sent signals about being self-centered.